Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Emmanuel Sims and Jaquia Howard Brock. The two of you have been married for almost 3 years. You have one child together, and one of you has a child from a previous relationship, correct? Ms. Howard Brock, you've come here, you called us because you want a divorce. You want to end this marriage. Mr. Sims, you're not on board with that. You would like to save it. If we are unable to do that, if you are unable to convince her, you have a substantial amount of money both of you are looking to receive from the other, and we will talk about that momentarily. But before we get there, Mr. Sims, I want to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here today?
Okay, we're here today because I feel like I got pressured to get married at 19. I met my wife about 4 years ago at a train station. And she was looking incredible, dressed real nice, you know, office attire, caught my eye. I followed her up the escalators. I told her, you know, a little bit about myself. I admit, I lied, I exaggerated, told her I was in college when I was actually a senior in high school. And she started telling me about herself. She let me know she was working for the government. She had already graduated school, degree in music and agriculture. When she told me she had the degree in music, I was blown. I was like, wow, I do music too. You know, what else can you tell me? She let me know she had her own house, her own car. Then she said she had a 6-year-old. I really didn't have a problem with that. Not really, because I grew up in a single family home. She let me know that the guy was deceased. I was like, okay, well, I won't have to deal with baby father drama. You know, let's get to know each other. Time went on, months we dated, we ended up getting pregnant. Neither one of us believe in abortion, so.
See, you know what? We end up getting pregnant. Nobody ends up getting pregnant. You know,
I mean,
you talk about it like it's.
It wasn't planned.
I caught a cold.
It wasn't planned. It wasn't planned at all. I mean, it wasn't planned on my end. I'm gonna put it like that.
Did you plan not to have one? Did you do anything in an effort not to create a baby?
I think I was practicing pretty well not to, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
practicing pretty
she
well.
older than me. I was
bit.
trying to, you know, experience. I like older women. Older women got a little something different than younger women. I wanted to test the waters. You know, and I might have drowned a little bit, so I was impressed.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, young fella. There ain't nothing wrong with that, but that still does not negate the fact that you should have used that Jimmy hat, that one that grandma got you, the ones that grandma gave you. You're not gonna sit up here and tell me that you was using them, bro, and she still ended up like that. Don't lie like that, bro. Don't just bold face lie. Just be honest. Just be honest about it. Like you said, you wanted to go out and do that, then, you know, you go out and do that. But you got to understand when you go out and do that, it's going to come with consequences. We talking about years. Years. You know how they say life? Life, we talking about. It come with consequences, bro. So, again, anything that happened from that point forward, and when you decided to drown, as you say, that's what you wanted to call. Yeah, from that point on forward, bro, you drown into some more. Now you drowning in responsibilities. Man. Think. And I had to say that nothing wrong with her. We ain't heard her say 4 words. Nice looking young lady.
So.
I don't know what that means, Ms. Howard Brock, but I'm not going to ask. We just going to slide right by that. So how long were you together before she got pregnant?
About 6 months at the time.
6 months.
Yeah.
Ms. Howard Brock, is what he told me so far fairly accurate?
Yes.
You got pregnant about 6 months in?
Yes.
You've already had one child, and you knew this cat for 6 months, and he was 19 years old. Why didn't you practice safe sex?
Well, to be honest, I don't really think I was thinking about it at the time. I think I was in a relationship with someone, and so I was just, you know, in the heat of the mood and dating, and it just kind of happened that way.
And I get that, and you're not any different from a whore, and I'm not trying to rag on you or nothing. Right. But I would just like to say this in general. Child having is a major business. It is not something that kind of happens with somebody that you kind of know. You have to work at not getting pregnant like a job. Birth control pills and patches, all of that stuff is out there. All that stuff is out there, and it's way cheaper than diapers and formula. So please, let us work at building stable unions before we're creating other individuals, because I don't think it's working out well for us. And when I say us, I mean society as a whole. Okay, but having said that, also, were you concerned at all by the fact that he was 19?
I was, but I figured if this is something that you're talking about and I'm not having this conversation about myself, then obviously you're old enough to understand what you're saying and what this is.
You don't want to be married to him anymore. What's going on that makes this marriage no longer tenable for you?
Well, I feel like no matter how desperate men think women are to be with them and have kids with them, I don't want to be married to someone who doesn't want to be married to me. I don't want to be married to someone who's cheating on me. I don't want to be married to a person who would, will abandon the situation that we have. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you.
What is he doing that makes you believe it's not working for him? Because he says he wants to stay married. Now, whether or not his actions...
That's today.
Yeah, that's today.
Yes, that's not the other day or the day before that.
Tell me what he's doing that makes you believe he doesn't really want to be married. Give me some examples.
Okay, I will see Emmanuel on Thursday, but not Friday and Saturday. He may surface on Sunday. You don't want to be married. If your spouse don't know where you are, can't find you, and you're just off doing your own thing, you don't want to be married.
You don't want to come back to my place after that. It ain't going to be too much fun. That's a whole... Man, that's not cool. That's not cool, you dragging like that. That's wild. That's wild. I can see, all right, you came in maybe 12, 30. No, I can't see because I don't know. Married folk, y'all let me know. What's the curfew? What's the curfew? I done heard everything from 9:30 a.m. No, I'm joking. 9:30 p.m. to, you lucky if you get 11. Coming at 3, you might, man, don't do that. Don't do that. And then on top of it, to put the icing on it, man, and the street lights came on. I mean, the sun? You seen the sun when you woke up? He seen the sun 3 times before he came back home, bro. Dog was on vacation chilling. He was on vacation chilling. She tripping though. She talk about, no, I don't like him. I don't want to be with him, but I don't want to be with him because he treat me like he don't want to be with me, but he's saying that he want to be with me and all that. Like, come on, man. Knock it off. Stop denying. Stop. What is it? Deflecting. Stop. You trying to deflect the situation.
If you think playing with your kids is babysitting your kids, you don't want to be married. Because you should want to spend time with your children, with your spouse, and be together. And then if you constantly say you don't want to be married, you don't want to be married. The person has to take
he says that to you?
You hate me, you don't like me, you don't want to be married, you don't want to be with me, you don't want to be here.
Mr. Sims, if you interrupt again, I'm going to sit you down. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about what you are trying to do. You are trying to be a rapper.
That's correct.
Okay. Why don't you tell me how that desire has affected your marriage?
Okay, starting off, when I met her, I was doing plenty of shows. I was on tour with hip-hop legend Curtis Blow. He was showing me the ropes, teaching me everything I needed to know.
Man, he's old school. He was out when I was in college.
But he was, he was teaching me stage presence because he got like one of the best performances, in my opinion, to this day. So I'm learning. I'm thinking, okay, bet I'm about to be where I need to be. I had a television show ready to pick me up, put me on TV. I was gonna be, mainstream. I'm 19 with deals on the table about to make me rich. And I let her know, I shared it with her, and I think a part of that, I think that's why she kind of, got pregnant. I'm not saying that she did it directly for that, but I think because she thought I was going to be something that she might have, try to catch.
If that was the case, I would have been rich with the first baby. If everybody thought they would get with a guy to be rich, these women out here will just... I tell you, they'll be living in the Hollywood Hills. I think that's stupid.
Well, what happened? I mean, you had all these deals on the table. What happened to them?
My manager, my publicist was telling me, yo, stop dealing with this chick. She's going to get pregnant. Stop dealing with her. She's going to get pregnant. You need to cut her off. She's going to get pregnant. I'm like, no, she's not. She don't want another kid. She made it clear. She already has a 6-year-old. She don't want any kids right now. I'm like, all right, I'm straight. And, me being a teenager, we rebel. We're not going to listen to somebody just telling me what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, bet. She's not going to get pregnant. I'm straight. Kept dealing with her. She ended up getting pregnant.
I gotta tell you.
I don't understand what that got to do with them. That has nothing to do with your team, none of that, bro. It's personal life and then it's Undefeated. It's real life and then it's this YouTube. They're 2 separate things, bro. They are 2 totally separate things. So I don't understand why you taking advice from people in that other thing when they try and tell you what to do with you. You got to make that decision. That's not up to them. If you feel like you want to get her pregnant 10 times. 10 times and use the money from the deal to do what you got to do, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with them. And I also understand being young and immature, being 19 and all right, well, I'm going to get advice on this and all of that. But when you talking about something as important as that, bro, you got to make that one. It's your call. You got to be able to make that call and live with it. If you lose her and then get the bag, if you get the bag and keep her, even better. Like, there's no telling. So I never tell a person what decision to make. I can't tell you what decision to make, but what I can say is it's going to be up to you. It's going to be up to you.
I got to tell you, if I had a deal and a whole lot of money and all this kind of stuff and somebody's in here, she's going to get pregnant, I said, listen, I'm going to cover this sucker up just in case.
And I tried that. But soon as they found out, my manager found out, he quit. He told her she quit. So basically,
they quit because you were having sex
I was
with
disobedient,
somebody?
because I didn't listen to what they wanted me to do. That's why they quit. They said I was hard-headed, and that's what it was. And I understand that.
I find it hard to believe that they thought you were going to be a money maker and quit simply because you continued to have sex with a woman. Ms. Howard Brock, you have an overriding concern. Yes. That is the one that really makes you not want to remain in this marriage. And that is you believe Mr. Sims is cheating.
Yes.
Why don't you tell me, give me some facts, not intuition or feelings,
right,
but some facts that would lead me to believe that he is in fact cheating on you.
Okay. When you have social sites and you are having conversation with single women that are inappropriate when you are married, that is a red flag.
When you say inappropriate, give me an example.
Oh, we should meet up. Oh, I miss you too. Oh, you know, what you got on. Oh, I ain't really feeling her anywhere. On? Anyway.
It's my job to flirt a little bit with my fans.
What you got on? That's a little much.
No, but just actually, like, I do photography too. I might want to take a picture, make sure she, you know what I'm saying? That was it. I'm not,
Mr. Sims,
strippers are not models.
Mr. Sims, let me ask you this, and I want you to be truthful with me. You weren't ready to get married.
Not at all.
And you were 19 then, you're 22 now. I mean, those are prime oat sowing years. Have you tripped up and done the wrong thing?
No.
Have you cheated?
Nah, never. Not once. I wanted to, I thought about it, I had opportunities. But nah, I mean, I'm really afraid of, like, you know, I'm gonna be real, I ain't trying to be religious, but I'm really afraid of, like, adultery. Like, I wanna get it, if I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna leave. I'm always traveling. Like, when I leave here, I gotta go to Charlotte. I'm always on tour.
But Emmanuel will go stay at his family's house and his friend's house for long periods at a time, and he'll say, it's because I don't want to be married, I don't want to be there. So you are the one who has the issue.
I don't tell
people.
I may have mentioned it to her, but I don't tell people that because.
So you mentioned to your wife that you don't want to be there and that you don't want to be married.
And he mentions it to other people because people say it to me, Judge. They be like, oh, Emmanuel, I heard.
Nobody said that to her.
Yeah, they do. He said he's not happy.
It to her.
But that's different.
And you're the only one that counts.
I think, in my opinion, I evaluate myself. I look in the mirror and I say, this is what you're doing right. This is what you're doing wrong. I point out, okay, look. I'm not ready. We have trust issues, obviously, on both ends.
No, he has trust issues.
I got trust issues because you had a boyfriend while we was dating.
And you had sex with everybody in the world.
Mr. Sims,
you can't even
Mr. Sims, I'm going to ask you one more time. I travel for work as well. But my husband knows what day I'm leaving and what day I'm coming back. Does she know that, or do you just leave and get back when you get back?
I let her know I'm leaving, and I let her know I may not be back.
No, he don't.
I may not be back.
No, he don't.
And
he may or may not answer the phone or his text message.
Phones die. You know, I don't always carry a charger portable with me, so like.
But he's a musician, but he don't have no way to charge his phone.
You say you're upset that she won't take your last name. What's up with that?
So, like I said, it's going on 3 years in November. She says that she won't take my last name because she doesn't know how long she's going to be with me.
We're getting a divorce. Why would I change my name?
Yeah, and why would she change? Why would she change your name, her name, to your last name when you're telling her you don't want to be with her?
Right. That's just asinine.
If it's going good, and I'm saying I want you to have my name because that's all I have is my last name. At the time, I'm like, I want my name to go on. I don't want my name to just be, oh, Mr. Sims and J. Howard Brock.
We have a male child. Your name will go on. He's a boy. He reproduces.
I even threw at the table that I would take under consideration to adopt her son and give him my last name too.
Judge, you know what
I want a family. That's what I want.
Mr. Sims, be quiet. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm telling you what you want. You want all of the trappings of it. You want all of the respect. I want to have a wife and not do adultery and all this DISGUSTED, but I really don't want to be with you. And I tell you that. I want to have a rap career. I want to do that. But, you know, I lost everything because I didn't have enough sense to use birth control. You've got all these I want to be, and you think you're all cool and right. But when it comes down to making a decision, a right or wrong thing, you blow it every time. You blow it every time because you think too much of yourself. And when those people told you that you were hard-headed and don't listen, they were exactly right. Why don't you tell me why you are seeking $1,000 from Miss Sims?
I stopped going to school for a while, and I had to pay $1,000 out of my pocket for classes that I didn't even get credits for. And
why did you stop going to school?
Because I had to work 2 jobs, and finances was getting low, bills were coming up, stuff was getting cut off, and I had to stop going to school.
And why is that her fault? Why does she need to reimburse you for that?
I feel like if the marriage wouldn't have came, I would have still been able to take care of my son, you know, but I wouldn't have had to take care of all her bills that came with her car note. Her son was in private school. I had to pay for him to get in private school. Month to month, she'd be like, "Oh, can you help me with this?" Was he
paying for all of that?
I was helping.
You were helping?
I am the revenue in our house. I make
so
the
I wasn't
most
helping.
money. I'm not saying he wasn't helping, but he was not going to be able to cover all of that. He did help. But I think if you are married to someone and you make bills, that person's bills are your bills because you're married to them. Right. If your wife's on maternity leave, her bills are your bills. So why should I have to give you money for your bills? Because that's what it is.
Now, Ms. Howard Brock, you have a countersuit against Mr. Sims seeking $2,400. You want child care at $200 a month for 6 months, as well as rent $200 at 6 months. Why don't you explain to me why you believe...
Hold up, y'all better add them up. I know y'all sitting there like, damn, boy, undefeated. I like to add them numbers up. Me, I'm not here right now. Fellas, this one, man, I almost caught the huddle. Almost called the huddle, man. Forget the huddle. We going back to the locker room. We taking this one back to the drawing board. Come on, bro. You know what we need. You know what we need. We gotta throw them on. We taking this back to the goddamn locker, but we gonna draw. She said 250 plus 200. That's 450 plus another 150. That's the fee that they ain't gonna tell you about. It's called the filing fee. It's called the filing. You gotta pay a fee to file. Yeah. All of that, bro, I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all go out here play. He about to be in the hole for $2,400. For what? For what? What'd he say? Because he drowned. Because he drowned, bro. He got his drown. He was in that drown. I'm telling you, that drowning in responsibility. Drowning in responsibility. And before I end this take, I got to keep it 1,000. She's a very attractive young woman. Very attractive. To her barber, bro. This right here, you gave her the wrong chop, bro. Don't box her off. That's for us. That's for us. You got to give her the arch and then just let that do what it's going to do. Let that do, but it should look more circular right there like that, man. Y'all really don't remember Undefeated was in a barbershop. Undefeated cuts. Undefeated cuts, bro. I'm out here giving. But yeah, bro, that she cool and she's very intelligent. She is very intelligent. So hope, man. It be like that sometimes. It be like that.
You are owed that amount of money.
I believe that he should help with the child care because EJ is his child. I do pay for child care. I've always paid for it, and I really haven't been getting a lot of help with being married. So I feel like when we're divorced, I'm really not going to get no help. So I kind of need it set in stone and something drawn up so I won't, be begging on the phone or calling, leaving messages to an answering service. And with the house situation, we moved thinking it would make things better. And so I feel like now I'm stuck somewhere paying somebody else's rent all by myself because now you want to abandon the situation. So even if you don't want to help with where we live at least do your part with the child care.
But I don't have a problem with that.
Mr. Sims, your response?
I don't have a problem with that, and the reason why it seems like she's paying most of the bills is that was the agreement when we got married. She let me know, okay, I'm going to take care of the mortgage, you take care of the utilities, the extra stuff that we have, which it pans out. It's exactly the same.
But so after we get divorced, they're going to be my bills and my car.
I got you.
I'm going to take care of my son.
Okay. You guys don't need to be together. Mr. Sims, I think you're too young to understand what a marriage is. You're not ready to do what you need to do to be married. You're not ready to listen to anybody other than yourself. And if you can't listen, you can't be married, because we women want to talk to you. Ms. Howard Brox, you're making the right listen. You can't be married, because we women want to talk to you. Ms. Howard Brox, you can't listen. You can't be married, because we women want to talk to you. Ms. Howard Brox, you're making the right move by moving forward. I wish you luck. Mr. Sims, you are a man, and you need to behave like a man. And asking for $200 a month for 6 months for child care is not unreasonable, so I will award her $1,200. I will not, however, award her any additional money for rent. I believe that the way the economic situation occurred in your home, that she was the primary breadwinner, and as such, you are not able to or required to do that for her at this circumstance. And I'm clearly not awarding you $1,000 for the tuition that you lost, because you had to leave a job to take care of the responsibilities that you created. So $1,200 in favor of Ms. Howard Brock, nothing in favor of Mr. Sims. It is so ordered.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.